There we go. Hello everyone, I'm going to hit with my live show Academia 75, 12, season 4, and yeah, last week, that was some tragic episode. I mean, I think it's just, in my opinion, and it's the most tragic, sad scene, right, in the whole anime. Yeah, it's the worst scene, most tragic scene in My Academia, where Miru sacrifices himself there to, of course, save Eri. And, it's a great scene because he knows what's going to happen. He knows he's going to get hit, so he really sacrifices his powers. And also, it's very, because he could so easily avoid it, right? He could so easily just face through the bullet, but of course he would die instead, right? So he has to, make the heroic sacrifice to offer his own life for her, right? Where he could so easily avoid it, and it's very it's a binary choice there, either her or me, right? So it's a very good scene. And most people were like, oh yes, I mean, I don't know. Some people were complaining about, oh, it's a slideshow. I mean, I agree that it could be better animated. I agree on that, but I still think it was the most impactful emotional scene in My Academia. But it could be better animated. I agree that it was unfortunately, it could definitely look better. I think it was good enough to still be the best scene, but it could look better for sure. But it could always be better though. But I have to, of course. Yeah, okay, it could be a little better. But anyway, let's start with the first one. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Yeah, we probably gonna recap a little bit of Miru getting impaled and so on. Yeah. And that was awesome too. Yeah, he keep fighting him. Yeah, I'm Still Lemillion. Yeah, that was awesome too, and he keeps fighting him, of course. Yeah. Hasn't surrendered. I'm still a hero. Here comes Deku. Yeah, clearly the boss explodes. Here comes Deku. Probably opening after that. Maybe a new opening this week. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, this opening clearly just covers this fight. There's nothing else in this opening except the overhaul arc. And I think the anime probably finishes arc in, I don't know, 3-4 episodes. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but maybe a little more. Yeah, but probably finish. They've been very high paced, I would say. That is one thing I could say last episode. People complaining about the framings and the animations. I think my biggest complaint, I have to be very objective here, is the pacing. I thought it was pretty fast last week. I thought we were gonna finish with him losing his powers as a cliffhanger, and then they could have done the I'm Still Lemillion next week. And actually, do have a little bit more in his backstory and so on. So actually, I think that's probably really my biggest complaint. It's very high paced, actually. As I say every week though, I love the song, but I mean, animation of this. La soy guy. Ja. Okay, there we go. Opening over. Yeah, there we go. Hello, Timmy Turner. Okay, they're gonna go with the flashback here first. That's my first reaction, but my first... it's not subbed yet, no. This is the live TV broadcast. Yeah, of course, Togan twice. That was great with the dancing. I love that scene when they were dancing. And he's like, those damn bastards! Yeah! Yeah, it's gonna rage over that, yeah. Oh, it was great. I love that scene. They were like, we're betraying you, man! Oh yeah, this Japanese, of course. My Academia is pretty simple too in the language vocabulary, if I have to say so. I mean, I love the anime, but it's pretty straightforward what they're saying too. It's not like, let's say, I don't know, Savage or something. Yeah, it's much harder to translate something like like a romance, mature anime. Yeah, much harder to understand. Have Toga really owned him? Yeah. Lock. Not gonna recap some stuff. Oh, whatever. That was good though with Red Riot. Yeah, that's a good recap though. But yeah, I guess it motivates them to keep fighting. Yeah. Oh yeah, they give a Lock some, it's a family story here, yeah. Gonna like his, how he decorates a room there. It's like, yeah. But man, more recap? Okay, there's a little, I'd say, yeah, okay. Jesus, it's more recap. Oh, here we go. I think the episode kind of starts here, honestly. Kind of after all the Lock recapping part. Yeah. Here we go. Best Skull is back. Here we go. Man, I love Toga. I love me some younger girls, yeah. Oh, Toga's awesome. Oh, yeah. That's the drunk guy, right? Yeah, the guy with like the boost power. No, I'm gonna react to Subway. There's no need for that. I never was seeing Macadamia with text, so I think I've seen this anime with text ever in my life. Maybe. maybe. Okay, no, not Let's Go. Maybe once, twice, but here we go. Finally, yeah, into the Deku's overhaul. Smack him good, yeah. Get some revenge, boy. Yeah, he's like, that's my boy. He's like, that's my boy's work. You got him all down there, yeah. Well, man, Sensei's gonna realize what happened now. Yeah, take the girl and run. He keeps being, save the little girl. Man, yeah, this is getting emotional middle here. Yeah, it's like, it's okay now. Yeah. I think he should win easily now, yes. Eraserhead's like, you can't use power anymore. Yeah. So he got his weird power. I mean, he's, yeah. His power is so OP. He's like, don't worry, I had him earlier there. Yeah, when he threw into him, I could fix it there. It's like, god damn it. It's like perfect plan in there. He's incredibly overpowered all the time. Yeah. Like this thing, like, oh, I have taught my arms to do earthquakes. It's like, okay, yeah. See how he perfectly helped his friend there, yeah. I mean, he purposely sent him to himself, right, in a decent way, but, you know. Oh man, here we go. It's gonna use his more of his weird powers. Yeah, this is just crazy. I mean, Overhaul, keep being the most insane damn bad guy ever in My Academia. His powers are kind of limitless. It's like, I can also fuse. Yeah, here we go. It's so ridiculous. I feel this kind of plot coming in a bad guy though. Yeah, I can also turn into 2 humans. Damn Overhaul, you know, Overhaul is just yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, this is like, I can just fuse my friend there, yeah, no problem. You have no little, yeah, his weird vector power. He's talking very. The volume like decreased incredibly much. I guess it's on purpose. He's just whispering. It's quite a pretty boy, Bishonen, yeah. Quite a pretty boy back here. Yeah. His hair. Yeah, I like each hairline or each one of these, you know, like, I don't know, lock. Overhaul is definitely broken. He's so broken. But each kind of hair, I say it, lock is like, it's like an arrow, yeah. It's a good detail, it's good detail. But Overhaul is just like, oh, I can fuse, I can do this, I can heal people, I can do this thing. his powers are kind of like, you know, they feel vastly stronger than how they are the premises. Yeah, I can do X, Y, and C's weapon powers. He looks quite intimidating at least. Actually, why does he have these 2 arms? Wouldn't he like 2 legs too? Yeah, he kinda, yeah. And definitely I feel the best. I can't remember his voice actor's name now, but his voice actor has only one voice. This is, I think, it's definitely the best dance that he's ever done. When he's doing like kunai in Mao Demon Sama, it didn't really fit. His voice fits perfectly for Overhaul. It's perfectly here. But it's basically also a bad guy. That's one thing though. He always plays a bad guy. He's also in One Punch Man, yeah, as a bad guy. He's always doing bad guys. That's his thing, right? Yeah. He's a bad guy voice actor. Oh man, this looks sad. Yeah, he's like, I got you, boy. Whoa. Oh, that's nice. Deku doesn't fight. Deku is like, I know how not touched you. I would take Overhaul as number 1, except of course, you know, yeah, I was Overhaul as number 1, except the obvious number 1, as he could take every power, right? Yeah, as the big baddie could take everyone's powers. He could obviously have taken this power if he had the necessary needs, right, and get more powers. So, yeah. I mean, there's an obvious number 1 if you can take anyone else's powers, right? But otherwise than that, Overhaul definite number 2, I would say. Yeah, and then Sensei is gonna fight him here. Yeah, and then Million is and it's like, yo, what you did to my boy? And so keep regrowing his arms to man. Overhaul is such a weird power. It's like I can just lose the arm and get a new arm, whatever. Yeah, that's gonna just his time here. Yeah, here we go. Sensei versus Overhaul. Now you can see Overhaul's future here. But he has a massive weakness with his powers though, so it's like... He's basically a normal guy that can see the future, right? Which is like, you know... And of course he could see All Might's bad future, right? Or that he would win, but he would get, you know, life-threatening damage, yeah. I mean, Sensei was dwells on his issue that he couldn't save All Might, right? And now obviously it's the same thing here with Mirio. So that's a problem. He couple problem with having the future vision, right? It's not the best power to have because you can, oh, I can see my friends dying. Oh yeah, that's a great power. Yeah, it's like I hate my powers. You know, it's a really tragic power to have. You know what's gonna happen to someone you love, right? Yeah, and you can't stop it. That's why he stopped also reading his friends, right? Because he was, I want to know the future. Yeah, I want to see the future anymore. Yeah. Daishibu senpai. Daishibu. No, det är utom Daishibu. It's not Daishibu at all. Yeah, no, Ares gonna, like, you know, his blood is my fault. Oh, gonna recap her pain again. They really like to dwell on the poor girl's pain, right? They really, yeah. That she blames herself all the time and so on for everything happening. Oof, here we go, though. Say that. There we go, yeah. It's getting worse and worse. There we go. Sensei can't handle it. Oh my god, it's a good stuff. Oh. I was gonna say that, right? His powers is pretty limited. It's like you can see the future. Doesn't help that much if you can't fight the guy anyway. Yeah, it makes it even worse. It's like you can see each other getting stabbed. It doesn't help that much. It's like, oh, I'm gonna lose this shit. Yeah. Yeah. Sensei's power is not the best for fighting, right? It's like if you fight someone that's vastly stronger than you, like Overhaul, that's incredibly overpowered. Yeah, then it doesn't help that much. Oh, I could see that would lose, yeah. They could be pissed off though, but it should have been pissed off anyway. Oh man, Sensei. It's a good scene though, because Sensei lost his cool, right? He got too emotional over what happened to Mirio, and then he lost his cool, because he would never go in so close otherwise, yeah. So it's a great, it's a criticization scene is great in that sense, yeah. Yeah. See, how can he even do this thing? How can he even like control the things? Like, he can. This one thing he can shoot them out, but how can he, like, you know, make them twist around as well? Damn, overall, how can he even make them go in like, you know? He's so overpowered. He's a ridiculous character. Oh, that's nice. And he's using a. Yeah. Oof. Oh, that was great. Finally getting some damage on him, yeah. Finally getting in there. Oh. Well, even Deku's got some damage. Oof. Oh, got a nice blood trail there now. Yeah. But man, this is such a, you know, Mirio thing too. He keeps you know, working to save the girl, you know, no matter what, yeah. He can barely walk here and he's crying over seeing Sensei getting stabbed there, and it's Yeah. He's a true hero, you know. Always keeps fighting. No, he's himself. Yeah, Overhaul again, right? He's the most OP guy. If you have one quirk, I think his quirk is the best. I mean, obviously, ignoring, I can take any quirk I want. This quirk seems to be the best quirk in the anime. Yeah, from just like a single standpoint, it's having one quirk and you can't take more quirks with. And like Deku's quirk, of course, grows stronger. Right, each generation gets a stronger version of. One for they seem to get stronger each time, right? And notice he's like speaking with his hand because he's like, I can't. Overall, we're gonna have more horrible area scenes. Oh, we got some area resolved now, I think. Or she giving up. Like, how can you do this thing? God damn it, stop having new powers every... It's like, how does that work? I can rebuild my mouth on my arm because... Why remove my cool mask or something? It's like, god damn it, man. It looks scarier, I guess, yeah. Intimidation power up, something like that. Okay, now I have to beat his mouth. Oh, that's good. That is a nice looking scene there, yeah. That was one nice goosebump wallpaper kind of scene there. Yeah. Yeah, nice, embraced it, yeah. It's a nice touch there. Oh, what have we now then? What? Best girls? The squad of best girls jumps in. Okay, that's like a little weird cliffhanger there. Yeah, the Miss Dragon Lady, the Yoku fast down with also of course Urika and Sue there, and Hado. Maybe I didn't see her, but maybe Hado was there too. I saw them too. Yeah, nice little touch to it. She's fighting. The guy that can grow, right? Yeah, like the physical power up quirk. But that's kind of how I have to beat Overhaul, though. That's the Overhaul is that. I mean, is that a problem with the storyline? I don't know. But Overhaul is just so damn overpowered that they keep having like, oh, here's Urika too. Yeah, they keep having to throw in people that can get hurt on him. Yeah, it's like Deku needs people to tank for him, every episode because this guy is just so incredibly strong. So he needs help constantly to beat him, yeah. But like how it's doing the mouth thing. Like this guy can use I can just grow a mouth because I fused another mouth from another guy and now I can have a mouth here in my hands. He is very, very strong. His powers does feel a little bit, plot convenient though. That he just invents new powers every chapter for him. It's like, oh, here's his new power. It's kind of how it feels. Yeah, it's like he can do too. He can fuse. Why not? But I really like the Sensei part there, because it really is like an out of character moment for Sensei, because he's usually the cool, calculated guy, right? But in that sense, he's so emotional that he did a mistake there, right? And there's this Sue and Sensei there, yeah. 100% that episode. That sounds really good. Yeah, might have a new opening next week. Maybe a new opening. I don't know. Not after the. I have no idea why you can't watch it. Maybe it's. I would say one thing. If you have problems with that, might be Regan locked. Maybe. But yeah, that's another great episode. And of course, a tragic episode with Sensei. I'll talk about more in my review, but I really liked that with Sensei because it's a really fitting characterization from him, right? Because he goes from having this. He's the calculator, the professor, the Hakusa kind of character, right? The smart character, and then he goes into this like, "You do hurt my son," kind of, right? And he just yells at him, right? Which is kind of like really, usually what he never does, but in that scene he loses his composure and he goes for it, right? And it's really stupid, right? But it makes sense because that's how he's always controlling his emotions, right? And in that sense he can't control his emotions anymore. And that's why he took some, heavy damage there. His powers always, to me, seems pretty weak to that. Sensei is a very, materialist, smart character, right? Without his powers and using his supportive weaponry and so on, right? Instead of fighting himself, because he's a normal guy, right? That can see the future, and being able to do that isn't very strong, right? Because like I can see the future, but if I'm fighting Overhaul, that's freaking OP like hell. Then it doesn't happen much. So instead, you can just see his, oh, I'm gonna get stabbed now. Oh shit, yeah. You can just see like, no matter what I do, I can't avoid his attacks. So yeah, future power, not the best in that sense, right? But maybe you can tell Deku something later. Do this thing, yeah. He can probably give some advice, right? But you can still see Overhaul's future though, so he might be able to use that, right, in next episode. Even though he himself can't fight, he might be able to, explain what he's seeing, right, in the future. But yeah, great episode. I like how Deku's using his the surrounding save and so on, and poor Mirio keeps pushing himself to save Eri, and she's also having trouble with Overhaul and so on. But anyway, best episode. Check out the review coming up in about 10 minutes from after that. So have a good day otherwise, and tomorrow we could learn to One Piece and. Maybe some new animes more. I don't know. It's a new season, right? Check it out, subscribe, and have a